There you go, absolutely pure nostalgia. We got like a chip shop way, you know, with the batter, and we got the pan fried. Which way did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy it? You know, back in the day, it was fantastic. Today, Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today, nostalgia. How many remember this? Well, you might still eat it actually, but we were brought up with it back in the day. Luncheon meat. You know, some are going to turn your noses up, but you know, back in the day, we never turned our noses up. We didn't know any other. Now, we're going to cook this two ways. Which way did your parents, grandparents, which way did they cook this and which way did you enjoy it? You know, and a lot of people, like I say, will turn their noses up at luncheon meat. It's a bit like Spam and people turn their noses up at that. I've never turned my nose up. Come on, let's get on and show you how we're going to cook this. Two ways. Now, I have no idea where this was made before, but this is now made in Denmark. Okay, come on. We got a key somewhere. There you go. We need to be snapping that off there somehow. Now, this is all very technicolor in there. And you're going to get the people say, oh, I can't open a tin. Or I cut my fingers on the tin. But come on, you don't get much easier. Now, if this is made properly, it will be full of jelly and gunge, but we don't want that. We want the meat. So there you go, there's the first stage. That was easy. And there is our goodness. Out it comes. And there's not much jelly in there, to be honest. Now we want to be slicing this, okay? We're going to slice it and we're going to deep fry some and fry some. So we want to be slicing this, okay? We're going to come straight in the middle because we're going to cook it two ways. I'm going to come in there. We want about 8 slices out of this, okay? So we're going to come down there like that. We're going to come in there. Don't break up. Oh, that is a surprise. And yes, you can put this in the fridge and firm it up before you do this. Not a problem. Up to you, if you've got time, remember. Now, this is very much fried food. But back in the day, we weren't bothered about fried food like we are these days. Mind you, having said that, most of the stuff that everybody eats these days, takeaway or whatever's fried anyway. Okay, we've got these fabulous slices of luncheon meat. And what we need to do is dry them off. Yep, we want to dry them. We're going to stick some flour on here in a minute. You know, and what did your mum, dad, grandma, grandparents, whoever, what did they serve it with? My favourite as a kid was chips and peas. But you know, I didn't know any different. I just loved it. Okay, we're going to put that to one side. We'll just make a batter. Just put that there. Now we're going to do it two ways, like I say. In here, self-raising flour. Corn flour or corn starch, whatever you know it by, and baking powder. Minimal salt, because that thing normally salty. White pepper. Grab a whiskey thing, and let's have that brought in. Now we're making a batter, and we're eyeballing the batter, okay? Wants to be quite thick, like double cream. Obviously, if you go too thick, more water. If you go too thin, just add a bit more flour. Come on. Now I think that is bordering on just the too thick, so we'll have a bit more in there, look. Come on. That's looking perfect to me. There's our batter. Lovely. Okay, we want to be bringing in a pan. So we've got some oil in the pan, flame on, heat it up. So for all those that are into thermometers and everything else, we want to be heating this oil up to about 170. What we're going to do, if I can find where I put it, we got a tray, we got some kitchen towel under there, look, or kitchen paper, whatever you know it by, and a rack. When we fry those, they're going on there to stay crispy. If you put them in kitchen towel or kitchen paper, they steam and they don't stay crispy. Okay, we're going to take our luncheon meat and we're just going to stick it in that batter. Okay, give it a little mix up in there, in our batter. Now I'm going to use a skewer to take this out of here. Shake that off on there. It doesn't matter if you get any scraps, fantastic, in there. Now this is definitely just a 4-minute fry. Now this is a bit like what you used to get in the chip shops too, can you remember? There we go. And we will have some scraps in a minute too. Nice little turn over, come on. That couldn't have been dry enough, look, the batter's not stuck there. When you've got a bit of a crunchy crust on there, listen, out onto your tray. Right, to make scraps, we were all brought up on scraps, chip shop, wherever. Entirely up to you, you don't have to. They taste fantastic with salt and vinegar on. Come on, tell me, how many remember eating scraps? In fact, how many remember going to the chippy for a bag of scraps? You know, and it was cheap as anything back then. Some chippies are not allowed to sell it now for some reason, I don't know why. Maybe somebody can tell me that in the comments. Okay, we've made some scraps. There you go. Let's have those out of there. Okay, here comes the second way. A little bit of oil in there. We might as well use this hot oil. And we're in there. Nice little sizzle whistle on here, 2 to 3 minutes, that's all. So let's give that a flipping over. And then we'll flip it back again. We want a bit of a crispy crust on here. I must admit these days this stuff doesn't smell so very pleasant cooking it this way. But you know. Oh, there you go, we're getting that crispy, crunchy crust on there that we all grew up with. There you go, come on. We need to be getting this lot served up. Now, which one do you remember? There you go, absolutely pure nostalgia. We got like a chip shop way, you know, with the batter, and we got the pan fried. Which way did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy it? You know, back in the day, it was fantastic. Today, There you go, pure nostalgia. Which one did you have growing up? You know, if you ever did have it, but you know, many people did. It was very common in the UK, either fried or even fried from the chippy or pan fried. Now I've got these chips here, look, I'm going to just smother some sartans on here and on these scraps. Of course I am. Oh, we won't do the brown sauce yet. Come on, let's get in here. Are you ready? Succulent luncheon meat with a crispy outside. It's salty as heck. Salty as heck, but what can I say? It's old school. We were brought up on it. You know, the salt's in there as a preservative and everything. However, probably too salty for today's taste. And then we've got these crispy, battered luncheon meat. Got the saltiness in there with the batter, but you know, overall, it's probably not better for you, but I preferred it with the batter. It seems to lessen the salt. Oh, it's delicious. Serve it some real chips, you know, and if you want to turn it into something, a little bit of HP sauce. There you go, come on, look at that. Old school memories right there. Oh, this is crispy. There you go. And old chips. Now, would I rush to eat this these days? Not at my age, no. But you know, if there was nothing else to eat, obviously not a problem. You know, you've got to weigh it up, haven't you? You've got to weigh up the situation. You know, we're not going to starve, are we? I've been in that situation. There you go. Old-fashioned luncheon meat, cooked two ways. Which way did you have it? Let me know in the comments. There you go. If you like what we're doing, share with your friends, but I'm sure they don't want to eat that, not unless they're older end. And if you do like what we're doing, big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell. Oh, and we'll catch you in the next video. And you know, scraps. Oh yeah.